Hello everyone, Miss Phelps here again so we can continue math. We're going to do the next lesson of comparing and ordering fractions, and we're going to use the same strategy, that multiple strategy I showed you in the other lesson. So we're going to go ahead and start our lesson, and we're going to be using our Go Math. We're on 4.3, and we're going to compare and order fractions. Now we've already learned how to compare fractions, but now we're going to have to put them in order. So we are working on this page of your lesson, and I'm going to start with the first word problem. And the three fractions are 3/5, 1/12, and 9/10. So we're going to use the M strategy again, but this time we're going to use it a little bit different. My three fractions were 3/5, 1/12. I'm going to put it in the middle. This time I'm using, because I have three fractions, and 9/10. Those are the three that I will be working with. So we're going to go ahead and start writing our multiples. And remember, the first number you use, that is the multiples that we're working with. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then we've got the 12. So I'm going to put these at the bottom of the peak. So 12, 24, 36, 48, and 60. And then the 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So now, just like we did on the other lesson, we need to look to see what multiples do they share. And we're looking at, since the tens, since these are all tens, we need to look at the tens. So do they all have a 10? No, this one does not. These two do, but this one does not. The 12s do not. And the 20, the 12s do not, but the 10s, they share it. What about 30? No, both of these share it, but it is not in my 12. So unfortunately, since we have three fractions, you're going to have to keep on writing more multiples. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. So now I see that they all share the multiple of 60. So now we can continue working on it. Let's count to see how many multiples we use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So on this one we use 12, so we're going to multiply times 12. And 5 times 12 is 60. 3 times 12 is 36. And that is my first fraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 multiples. So we're going to multiply times 5. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 5 times 12 is 60. 5 times 1 is 5. So that is 560. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're going to multiply times 6 because we use 6 multiples. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 60, and 9 times 6 is 54. And on this problem, it said, for my problem, it said which bin is the most full. And most full would be which one is the largest. And so she has 3 bins. One of them is 3/5 full, the other one is 1/12, and the third one is 9/10. So now we're going to write, since we're looking for the largest, we're just going to write them in order. And I'm going to write 5/60 first, because it's my smallest, and it is less than. The next one is 36/60. And my last one is 54/60, because I'm putting them in order. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm putting them in order. Now that we have them in order, we're going to have to write the original problem that represents the multiples we created. So 5/60 is what the fraction 1/12, and we're going to keep the symbols the same. Oops, sorry. And then 36/60, if we're looking here, the fraction is 3/12, so we're going to keep that the same along with the symbol. And then 54/60 was 9/10, so that was 9/10. And since our problem, we were looking for the largest, that would be 9/10, and that is your answer, 9/10. If we look at another problem, and I am going to work on number 3 right here on number 3 on page 126. So we're going to do number 3 on page 126. Why am I doing number 3? Because this one has 4 fractions. And we're still going to use the M strategy, but we're going to change it up a little bit. So again, we're going to draw our M, because we're using multiples, that's why we're doing the M. And my 4 fractions, sorry, let me do a different color. 3/5, 2/3, 3/10, and 4/5. Those were my 4 fractions. We're going to do the same strategy. So 5, we're going to write our multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Okay? Then we're going to write our multiples of 3. And I'm going to do it on this line. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And then our multiples of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40. And our multiples of 5s again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And here I'll write 15. Alright, so now again I'm looking for which multiples are the same in all 4 fractions. Do they all have and since I have a 10 right here, I'm going to go by my 10. So do they all have a 10? This one does, this one does, this one does, but the 2/3 does not. So 20, 2/3 does not, 3/10 does, and the 5s do. 30, the 3s do not have one, not yet. There's the 30 and the 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on adding more 3s. So 18, then I'm going to go to 21, 24, 27, and 30. Now I can see that they all have a 30. And just like before, we're going to count the multiples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 times 6, what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. And there's my first fraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we use 10 multiples, so we're going to multiply times 10. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. And that is my second fraction. 1, 2, 3 times 3, because we use 3 multiples. And you write your fraction, and that is 9/30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We multiply times 6, and that is 24/30. So now they all have the multiple of 30th. And if I look at my question, the question said from least to greatest. From least to greatest. So I'm going to look at my multiples and see which fraction did I create that was the least, and that is 9/30. And then my next one would be the 18, so that one's less than 18/30. And then my next one would be less than 20/30. And my largest one would be 24/30. Now if you see, if I just look at these two, you will see that 9/30 is less than 18/30. If I cover this one and go like that, you will see that 18/30 is less than 20/30. And if I go this way, you will see that 20/30 is less than 24/30. That's why I put the symbols facing that way. You can always just compare two of them if you need to, if you get confused, okay? Now I'm going to switch them back to the originals. And 9/30 was 3/10. 18/30 was 3/5. So that one's less than, the symbol stays the same. Less than 20/30 was 2/3. And 24/30 was 4/5. So this would be your answer for least to greatest. Sorry. That would be your answer from least to greatest. Alright, boys and girls, that is the way that you can use the multiple strategy to compare and order fractions with different denominators. Until next time.